I see myself deserving a fight against Andre Arlovski or Junior Dos Santos. I'm saying it over and over again, every interview. I really believe one of these fights is going to happen. I put myself in that position. People are starting to listen. People are excited to see it. Now we just got to get the UFC to make it happen, and I'll take care of the rest.
How are you a different fighter than you were maybe 2 years ago?
I'm not sure about 2 years ago. It started about 2 years ago, this mentality. I've always had these skills. I've always been tough. I've been big, but my mentality's different. It's my coaches always said, hey, we can see it. They're like, you're going to be a world champion. They're like, you just got to believe it. And I was like, second guessing myself. And then one day you just decide to it's one or the other. You're either going to stop doing this sport or just stop giving a fuck and say, hey, I'm going to go out and show what I can do. And now I'm realizing that I can be who I am, and that's it. I mean, when you know you're one of the best in the world, this is what you sound like.
Obviously, the goal would be to get that heavyweight championship, but you're just ready to knock them down. It doesn't matter who they put against you. You see Conor McGregor kind of talked himself into a title shot. Do you feel that you just got to continue to be vocal, keep your name in the mix?
I don't want to just get put in a title fight. I've been doing this sport for 16 years. I'm very firm on dues need to be paid. I feel a couple guys have had a couple more wins, a couple more whatever, they should get a title fight, being Stipe, etc. But, you know, I think I need one more fight to prove my case. I don't want anybody disputing it. If I get to fight Andre or Junior and I'm going to win in devastating fashion, I'll silence the critics, and people are going to want to see the title fight.
I want to talk about the mentality. A lot of people now working with sports psychologists, doing whatever they can to get their mental game as sharp as they possibly can get it. Are there things that you worked on or currently working on to make sure that you're always the Ben Rothwell you want to be when the cage door closes?
I think it's just come with maturity. I just kind of allowed it to come in, and somewhere in this last couple of years, I came in and I just said, I need to be a man. I need to be who I am. I need to just let it be, and that's the way it is. And you see me in the cage, I'm calm, I'm collected, because I'm handling it like a sparring match. I'm completely confident in who I am and what I can do, and each one of these wins is just proving to myself more and more, yeah, I'm right. My skills have what it takes to end these guys. And now it's just full-blown, I don't fucking care, and I'm going to start ending motherfuckers.
I got to get your opinion on the lay of the land when it comes to mixed martial arts. Obviously, Chad Mendes stepping up, taking this fight on short notice. A lot of people believe because of the wrestling background, you come from the Midwest, the most dominant base in all of mixed martial arts is wrestling. Conor McGregor hasn't seen the type of grappling that Chad Mendes brings to the table. Is it conceivable that Mendes can put this fight down to the ground and win in a couple rounds?
Well, first of all, I want to clarify that wrestling gets guys injured and it doesn't finish fights. And I had a problem with it in the past, but now I can actually do something about it. If the fight goes on the feet, my mentality is I'm going to beat your fucking ass. Wrestling ain't going to save you. I'm going to knock you up. Well, Ben, what if they take you down? I'm going to continue to beat your fucking ass. And my jiu-jitsu is going to submit you. I'm going to break something on you. It doesn't matter. So let's clear that up. Second, what else? Yeah, Mendes is it is tough though. A good wrestler gets in and you let them do their thing. Yeah, they can be a nightmare. If you don't have a submission game to do something about it, you can have a bad day. There's no doubt. Conor's striking, he's got to go out and put it on him. He's going to have a big crowd behind him, and that gives guys a lot of energy and confidence. And this is the fight for McGregor to go and silence all the critics. Mendes is, he's right there. He's a #1 contender. And if Conor beats him, that's it. It's going to silence the critics. People are going to be excited to see the next fight that comes after that. And we don't know. I don't know much about McGregor's ground game. So Mendes get what he wants. He gets that takedown. It doesn't mean it's over. Armbar stops wrestling real quick. So I guess we're going to find out what happens.
Also got to talk about the 185-pound championship fight. Chris Weidman taking on Luke Rockhold. If you're a betting guy, who would you bet on in this fight and why?
Hey, both guys are great. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from Rockhold. Guy's fantastic fighter. I'm just it's kind of hard, I'm biased, but I'm a big Weidman fan, and the guy is a beast. And I think Rockhold really has his hands full with that. I mean, the guy's good, but Weidman, man, he's really impressed the hell out of me. His fights against Anderson were not flukes, and he followed it up with those great wins against Machida. And now, I mean, he just made Vitor look like a clown. The guy is legit, and I think he's gonna hold on to the belt for some time now.
Coming up, we have Todd Duffy taking on Frank Mir. I know a lot of people would love to see you up against Frank Mir. Is the submission game enough? Is Frank's size and his experience, is it going to be too much for the youngster in Todd Duffy?
Well, first of all, I want to clarify that wrestling gets guys injured and it doesn't finish fights. youngster, he's in his 30s too. We're all considered old. You're not even part of the game if you're not in your 30s now. So I felt like I was getting old, and now Verdum wins, and some of these guys are almost working their 40s. I'm 33. I'm like, I'm feeling young again. So Duffy's definitely the younger guy of Mir. Mir has a lot, and he's a veteran, a seasoned veteran, and you can't ever count that guy out. But is he too seasoned? Is he getting too old? Is Duffy too explosive? It's going to be a great fight. Duffy cannot make a mistake on the ground. That's one thing about Mir. It hits the ground, that guy gets a hold of something, he's going to put it on, he'll break something on you. So Duffy's got to be careful. But Duffy's definitely looking good on the feet. He's looking fast and sharp. So it should be an interesting fight. It's an interesting style of matchups. We'll see what happens. As far as me personally fighting either, I think I'm headed in this direction. Like I said, the guys that I want to fight and to win the title project me to fight Verdum next after this. Hopefully I get one of these next fights. So hopefully I'll avoid that, because Mir's a guy that's inspired me. And after his motorcycle accident, and he beat Nagara.
Oh
Yeah, Mir beat Nignog. Dude, after that injury and he gave that speech, he inspired the hell out of me, man. And that was a guy that they were counting him out, and he comes back and wins the title. And it's this guy. It's like I really look up to him, and he's a great guy, and he's always respected me. And I hope both of us can walk away from the sport in time and just be friends. Duffy's the guy that's younger, and he's in the mix, and I might, who knows, might run into him down the road. So we'll see what happens.
One thing I want to ask you, mixed martial arts seems to be very different than it was 5 years ago. Guys dying to know when their next fight was going to happen. Is it going to be in 4 months? Is it going to be in 8 months? Now with the UFC's obligations with all their partners, it seems that a fight is done for you. You got a fight lined up in a couple of weeks. How important is it for you to stay in shape in case an opportunity like the heavyweight championship of the world comes around?
Yeah, the days of taking months off after a fight, they can't exist if you want to be a contender. I'm starting to train. I don't even have a fight booked yet. I'm starting my training camp as soon as I get home from this fight week, because I know I'm going to fight this year, and you just got to constantly keep getting better. As a martial artist, I can never stop getting better. Yeah, I'm very confident who I am now, but I'm telling you, by the time I fight, I will be even better yet. And the guy I'm going to be at the fight time comes would whoop the ass of me right now. So that's the way it's got to be. I'm going to continue to getting better, and I'm going to continue to keep my opponents guessing. They have no idea what's coming for them.